Hey, it's Tina Lorraine, your certified abundant mindset coach and your ghostwriter guru. And today we are continuing to talk about storytelling on social media. If you don't already know, let me remind you we have a storytelling on social media or for social media class on June 10th. So if you have not signed up yet, limited spaces are available, and so we're filling up a bit. So get in there and sign up. When you get on my bio and sign up, the link is in my bio. If you're on IG, it's in the cloud up above my head. If you are on Facebook. So today I wanted to continue to talk about freedom. Today in my meditation, I was thinking about freedom, and God spoke to my heart. You're called to be free first and foremost. As I kept thinking about freedom, I was like, yes, we are called to be free. And I think as new coaches and consultants, a lot of times it's hard for us to be free in our minds because we have so much going on. We're trying to help people. We're empaths. We're trying to manage our business. We're trying to manage our emotions because a lot of us don't like to get online and have to, storytell. But look, your story is authentic to you, and you have it because you are here to help people. And your story can help free someone else. But first, of course, you have to be free. You have to be free in your mind. And one of the definitions of freedom is not under the control or power of another. So for you to be able to act or move in your freedom or liberty that God calls us to, you have to be free of the opinion of others, of the control of others. And I know that sounds simple and it sounds so laissez-faire, like, oh my gosh, it's not easy, Coach Tina, just to be free from others' opinions. But you can be free when you are healed. You don't necessarily have to have a traumatic story to not be free in your mind. Maybe the story you're sharing online is something that's, powerful and enlightening and motivational and inspiring, but maybe you don't want to share it because you're shy, you're introverted, and, public speaking isn't your thing. Well, again, that goes back to freedom, being free in your mind. If you're free in your mind, you're freeing yourself from other people's opinions because, let's be honest, a lot of times we don't like to tell our stories and we hide behind the shy label, not because it's not true. You can be shy, you can be introverted, because I'm not necessarily shy, but I am, naturally, like, I would call myself introverted. But at the same time, I can come out of my shell when needed. And they call that like ambivert, I believe, if I'm saying it right. So I'm learning how to be an ambivert. So you should learn how to be one too. It's when you come out of your shell to socialize and whatnot when needed. And a lot of times we need to do that. We can't hide behind the label of being introverted when God has called you to do something. Because guess what? Everything that God has called you to do, the power of it resides in you. You just have to develop it. You just have to kind of use it and walk in it and get more comfortable in it. Let's face it, public speaking is not necessarily comfortable probably for the average person, but we do it. We go to work. It's a form of public speaking because we have to socialize with our coworkers. We have to be involved with our coworkers, our managers. We have to be involved with, we have to interact with people on the train or however you get to work, back and forth on the bus. Going to the store, we interact to some extent with people. So I don't want you to ever, hide and think you just have to embrace the label of being an introvert or being shy. Because, those might be your comfort zones, but that doesn't define you, which goes back to being free in your mind. You have to get free in your mind to tell your story because you have to be free from the opinions of others. And that's what we're really hiding from under those labels of being shy. When I say I'm an introverted, it's not that I'm hiding behind it. It's just that I'm more comfortable in my own skin and in my own space and in my own thoughts. I like it there. It's my happy place. Some people thrive off of being social and networking and people and spirits and all that. They thrive off of it, and that's cool and well, but that is not my comfort zone. Although I can jam in that too for a limited amount of time, but I can still do it. And so can you. And so I want us to get out this notion that if we're shy or if we're introverted, that we cannot tell our stories online and we cannot be the face of our business, and we need to hide behind something. You don't need to hide behind anything when you're whole and healed from it. Because truly, 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 when you understand the fact that nobody else's opinion counts when it comes to you in anything, it doesn't count. People can give their opinions and they're free to do that. But at the end of the day, you don't have to take it and embrace it. It's not part of your story unless you want it to be. Maybe somebody's adding something to the way you thought about something, and it's something that you can embrace and something that you can think about and meditate on, and maybe it's some knowledge you didn't have. That's a good thing. But just because somebody has an opinion and just because everyone's entitled to their opinion doesn't mean that you have to embrace it for yourself. And this is where we have to get free in our minds. When you get online and tell your story, understand that you're helping somebody else. That is your mission. That is your goal. And so therefore, if the message is not for somebody else, then they're free to delete or scroll by or do whatever they need to do to get out of your presence, right? But you don't have to worry about it. It's not your concern. So again, we're talking about freedom and defining freedom as not under the control or in the power of another. You have to get free from everybody's opinions and their mindsets and their naysaying. It doesn't matter. Even the ones that support you, you embrace what they have to say. But at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable in your own mind, in your own beliefs, and in yourself. And if you have a story that's not, how am I going to put this? It's not, maybe you feel like it's not something it's kind of a heavy topic, or it's something that you have overcome, but you want to help people, but it's a heavy topic. You still share it, but you just make sure you're free from it. You're free from the past of the identification of being that person back there that was unhealed and toxic and all those things. You have to be free from it, which means you have to do your healing work. You have to do your sacred soul work. You have to really spend time meditating on love, affirming yourself. Make sure you're doing all the things that you have needed to do to overcome that thing. So when you talk about it, it's like talking about somebody else. And it's not because you're trying to deny what happened, because your past is your past for a reason. But what we have to remember is the past is the past for a reason also. It's in the past. It doesn't define you. It's not you anymore. It's something you had to live through and that you came through and that you that you're triumphant from, and that you're sharing so somebody else can be in your shoes and be on the other side of it. So again, that goes back to freedom. Freedom is also means you're no longer confined or imprisoned. So again, I'm going to relate this back to your mind. You can't be confined or imprisoned in your mind to this story that you have, that you might feel shame about, that you might feel kind of so have some turmoil or anxiety around. Or if it's just a story, like I said, if your anxiety is just the fact that you don't like you don't like to get online and do the public speaking thing, anything that's causing you anxiety, because God tells us not to be anxious for anything. That means anything. It doesn't mean just circumstances. It means mindsets as well. So, again, you have to be free, no longer confined or imprisoned in your mind, to be able to be comfortable to tell your story online. And remember, as you're telling your story, another definition of being free is without cost or payment. You don't owe anybody anything. God doesn't, require us to pay God for grace and for love and for joy and for peace and for any of these things. It doesn't cost you anything to tell your story and share your story and set somebody else free. What is it going to cost you? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so you might be a little uncomfortable at first. You might be a little embarrassed, maybe, if you haven't gotten over it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't cost you anything, and you really gain on the other side of it when you share your story to set someone else free. What you really gain on the other side of it is peace. You gain courage, confidence, and these are things that can be built over time. So the next time you get online and share your story, you won't be as scary, or you won't be intimidated the more you do it. And when you see it's really helping other people and your heart is to help, then you'll be emboldened to come on and share whatever story you need to share to set somebody free. But again, it's when you are free yourself. You are the first partaker of being free. Free in your mind, free from others' opinions, free from your past, just free. And God is love. We can all agree upon that, no matter what you believe in. So if God is love and we don't really owe anybody anything but to love them, in that love is freedom. Freedom. So I want you to think about that and your story. And if you've been thinking about opening up a consulting or coaching business, and you just like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know if I want to share my story. I don't know if I, little old me, can help somebody. Well, you can and you should, and you also should sign up for class. June 10th, we're going to be telling our stories online. You're going to learn how to see what stories align to your business mission. Like, what are you opening your business for? What problem is your business solving? Your story is intertwined with those questions. These are things that you have to go into meditation and kind of think about, and kind of think, who is my ideal client? Who am I talking to when I come online? These are all strategic ways of telling your story. And that's a part of telling your story online, is being strategic, because it's not like we're in university where we have to follow all these written laws about storytelling. Storytelling at its base is just a plot, a beginning. It's a plot with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it's nothing that you have to sit and say, okay, I'm writing for TV, or I'm writing for a professor, or I'm writing, this story on paper for a novel. It's not that kind of storytelling when you're online. It's way more simpler than that. Most of the storytelling that's done on social media, the tools that you really need is just to build up your confidence and to know strategically what story to tell, and to know what story aligns with your business and who you're helping. That's more of where you have to look when you're storytelling online. So it's a little bit different. Don't be intimidated. This is why, again, you should sign up for class. If you feel like you want to tell your story, but you're just not sure of how to go about it. So sign up for class June 10th, and spots are filling up. So sign up, and it's a complimentary course, which means that it's of nothing's coming out of your pocket. We can all meet up and have a wonderful time in class. And it's nice and private for you shy, introverted people. But we're going to get you out of that, labeling yourself as shy and introverted. You're ambivert. Go look it up. Go look it up what it is. I hope to see you soon, and I can't wait to hear your stories. I can't wait to meet you. So sign up for class. Sign up. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.